Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Eghe and this is Fictional Haven. So today I'm going to be doing a book review of a book I've probably been mentioning for since I started my booktube channel, and that book is The Season of Crimson Blossom by Abubakar Adam Ibrahim. So this book, I think for the last two videos I've been mentioning it constantly, and that's because I really love this book. And while I was going through my footage and editing, I realized that I did not do this book the proper justice. Like, I did not do it justice in the way I just tried to summarize it up, and with the whole not giving spoilers, which I realize is I'm terrible at. I feel like my reviews are kind of, because I'm trying to not give spoilers. So from now on, I'm probably going to be chipping in a little bit of spoilers in there, because I'm sorry, I tried, but it's hard. I just have to. I'm a spoiler type of person. So yeah, this is a spoilers channel. I'm sorry, you just have to be out there. I'll try my best not to give so much spoilers, but yeah, there's definitely going to be spoilers from now on. Like, I'm just not just going to tell you the whole book, but I'm definitely going to be mentioning things, and also I'm definitely going to mention things from my book. And if you can hear any noise in the background, I am sorry. I live close to the road, so there are always cars and vehicles passing, and you might hear them. If you do, I'm sorry. So anyway, like I was saying, this book, I really loved it, and I feel like I haven't done it enough justice to satisfy my inner justice. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to do a book review on this the Season of Crimson Blossom, because yeah, I need to do this book justice. It got 5 stars from me. It deserves more than just a mention in a wrap-up video. Yeah. Goes a little something like. So I'm going to go straight into the review now. I think I've talked enough. So The Season of Crimson Blossom. I was always saying Season of Crimson, so yeah, I've corrected myself now. So The Season of Crimson follows Binta and Reza, and Binta is a 52-year-old Muslim widow living with her niece and granddaughter. And Reza is this gang leading drug dealer who tries to rob Binta, and which kind of led to a really strange sexual encounter, because they started checking each other out, and from there they start this whole secret relationship. And then that's like how I can just go into detail without going into detail, if that makes sense. And so this book story actually has this plot line. It has deals with a lot of really important issues. Like, for instance, it talks about the grief of some victims or survivors from the just 2003 and 2008 just riots, or just the just riots riots in general, because Binta lost both her son and husband during the 2003 and 2008 just riots respectively. And so yeah, she's kind of doing that. And also, Binta is a Fulani, and in Fulani they have this culture where you are not allowed to show care or love. If I'm getting this right, you are not supposed to show love towards your first child, and it was something that was done to Binta when she was younger, and she didn't really enjoy it, and she always felt bad about it, and it was something she had to do to her first son Yaru, and that was something she always regretted, not being able to show love and concern for her child. And that kind of really added to everything, and I think she really regretted his death, and she really regretted her son's death as Yaru. And then when she meets Reza, and she starts seeing some similarities between them, and I think that kind of added to the whole romance. And also, she's not in her relationship with her husband was not like the best of, because he kind of does a lot of I don't know how to phrase this, but sexual repression on her part, where her husband was just a open your leg for me, do what he wants, and then close it, and he did not really care about her own enjoyment or satisfaction during the process. So yeah, she was at the age where she was like, I have to start experiencing things, I have to come alive, I have to experience life, and she wanted to, go places, do things with herself. And Reza was just the the medium through which she experienced life. That's how I would put it. And Reza, in his own part, he the from what I understood, Reza started seeing some similarities between his mother and Binta, because from what I understood, Binta is light skinned and so is his mother, and Binta has a gold tooth and so does his mother. And his own relationship with his mother was also very complicated, because his mother did not want to get married to his father, and she was kind of forced into marriage, and then later she has the chance to leave the marriage, and then she abandons Reza, the father, and I think she leaves Nigeria and goes to whether Saudi Arabia or one place like that. I'm not really sure, I can't start confirming now. So yeah, and then when he was younger, he tries to beg her to take him with her and different things, but she's like, boo, I'm sorry, yeah, you look nice and all, but I have to take care of me first. I'm sorry, stay with your father, maybe in a few years time I might consider you, but for now, bye boo, bye. That was like what she did, and he did not forgive her for that, and she actually came back. Wow, I'm giving spoilers, never mind. Anyway, so that's like the whole relationship, and I guess he has like a love-hate relationship with his mother, and he kind of saw some Binta kind of reminded him of his mother, and from there, their whole affair started. She was tagged taboo affair because she's older than him, she's a widow, and he's like this thug than Iska. That's what they call them. That's his type of person is normally called. It wasn't what they called him in the book, Dan Iska. And I really don't know how to round this up, but Dan Iska is basically a thug, a bad person, a bad guy, that kind of thing. So yeah, because of all that factor, I think it was mostly because she was older than him. That was where the whole drama was coming from. But because of that, they go into this secret relationship, and then there's another really important character for me. She's like another really important character in this book. But she's a side character, and now it's like a subplot. But Faiza, that's Binta's niece who lives with her, and Faiza, actually has PTSD. Sorry, I was forgetting in a post-traumatic stress disorder, because she witnesses the death of her father and her brother during the Just riot, and since then she has nightmares every night, and in a way, and she was just going through things like a lot, and my heart went out to the poor girl, because she was dealing with a lot. And we'll get into some of my but I really liked that character, because I could relate to her, because I saw some similarities between us. She's hopelessly in love with a famous Hausa actor, I think Ali Nuhu, and even if it's never going to actually happen between them, I'm hopelessly in love with a lot of K-drama actors and anime characters that I will never be with, but who cares. So yeah, I saw some similarities, and she likes reading Soyaya novels. I hope I got that name right. Soyaya. I'm sorry, I have to check, confirm. Yes, Soyaya novellas, which I think are like romance novels. And yeah, I saw those. I was like, oh, this chick looks cool. Anyway, yeah, I liked her a lot. And so, as I was saying, the plot deals with a lot of, like, the story deals with a lot of heavy things. Like, there's talk on grief and regret. Like, when Binta, she's like trying to, Binta went through a lot. She's a woman that was just put through a lot of difficult circumstances, I felt for her. And also, anyway, like, this book was really wonderful to me because I was just like anxious throughout the whole book. Like, while I was reading this, I was at the edge of my seat. I was really engaged, and everything was just, there was never a dull moment. Things were always happening, even when things were not happening. It was just everything. And then there are some gang moments in this book that I'm like, hey, like, I get anxious really easily. So yeah, it was like a Nigerian film, like hot Nigerian film. Wow, I think I'm making too much reference to African magic in this channel. I should stop. Anyway, so I really liked the writing style in this book. It was really rich with descriptions and easy to follow, like vivid. I think I should start again. The descriptions were very vivid and rich, and like you could really actually just picture the images of, like, have a clear image of what was being said in your head. And also the writing was very easy to follow, and just it made the book flow really seamlessly for me. And also I kind of liked the writing, in case you can't tell. Yes, yeah, I am a fangirl of writing, even if I'm not good at describing it. I really like this writing. And also, there's another thing that the writer does, like at the beginning of every chapter, it starts with like a one-line adage or something along that line, and then like something like, okay, I can't think of anything right now, but it starts with something like that, and then throughout the book, the whole idea behind that adage is explored, and that was really cool. And also, the starting of this book was just everything for me. I'm going to read the first paragraph. Hajia Binta Zubairu was finally born at 55 when a dark-lipped rogue with short spiky hair like a field of minuscule anthills scaled her fence and landed, boots and all, in the puddle that was her heart. So I read it and I was like, now I have to finish this book, because yes, this first line was just everything. And I'm like, now I have to read this, because if the first line was interesting like this, that means, wow. This line was just everything for me. It was just beautiful. It was beautiful. I was like, mad. Anyway, I really like the first line. So yeah, and you also can get a sample of how his writing is very descriptive and rich, and that just really added to the experience for me. And when a book has a really nice writing style, it kind of shoots the book up for me. So yeah, from the beginning, this book was already on 3 stars level, and then the whole story, the plot, everything, the characters, just skyrocketed it to 5 stars, because yeah, great book. Now talk about the characters. So Binta was like this really complicated lady, because she's going through a lot internally, mentally. Like, after going through years of sexual repression, if that English is correct, she meets Reza and she awakens in a different sort of way. And then the whole society just tried to like shame her and put her down. And it was kind of sad, because really, to me, it was like, what's wrong? Both of them, they are both consenting adults. Why is everybody trying to choke their mouths in their business? And it's like, mind your business. Honestly, you people probably do what's behind closed doors, so why are you to judge? That was just like my general feeling about the reaction of other characters in this book. But yeah, and I also really liked Reza, but God, there's this particular allergy in this book who's a politician, and this allergy just kept on feeding Reza lies. Like, anytime they showed that allergy, I just got angry, because it was just lies upon lies, and Reza just kept on going back to this man, and it just pained me and annoyed me. And wow, I was like, guy, have sense. But really, I couldn't blame his character for this, because truly and really, wow, I'm using a lot of this, but this type of things actually take place. And you see, like, these politicians that take people and just use them and dump them and just utilize their life. And it's really sad. When I said, and I was like, oh my god, this man is lying to you, Reza, don't believe him. But he did. And yeah, it was sad to watch. So as I was saying, I've already talked about Pfizer. And yeah, so and then his whole relationship with this politician was just kind of a really terrible thing, because this man was using him as a political thug. He used him to do like a lot of terrible things. And then there's this part where Binta tried to get Reza to go back to school, and then he mentions it to the Alhaji, and the Alhaji is like, oh, he doesn't need school. Like a lot of people in the society these days, rich successful people, they didn't go to school and they have made it big in life, and some just start spitting trash. And then at the end of the day, Reza is like, okay, yes sir, you are true. And then it was just a lot, and I just got angry at that part, because I was like, no, Reza, don't listen to this liar. Because his son, I know I'm going into spoilers, but I'm sorry, I just have to get all my feelings out. So his son walks in, and they just have like a whole conversation involving sending the son to London or something. And then he was like, when he was not trying to convince Reza not to go to school, like, look at my son, he's not a very street smart person, that if he was smart as Reza, he would not bother sending his son to school, because he will be smart and he will just maybe start up a business for him or something. I was like, you liar, you will not send your child to school. Don't stop lying to this poor boy. And then I just really hated this Alhaji, because he just kept on saying trash. And there was like, I know I'm going to spoilers, I'm sorry, I was going to do a whole spoiler section, but yeah, no spoiler section. This is a whole spoilery video. Anyway, like there was this other part where the wow, I've lost my train of thought. The Alhaji, oh yes, when during election, this book takes place during an election period in Abuja, I think. And then the Alhaji was like, oh, he's just trying to make way for the younger generation, that's why he's still in power, because he's trying to fight for the younger ones. And I'm like, stop lying, it's irritating. Oh, well, it just really evoked some feelings in me. And yeah, it was just sad to watch. It was sad to see that. And actually, when I saw that, and I realized that actually a lot of people being misled by these politicians and everything, these are the type of things they say to them and just deceive them. And I really, really wish we could actually educate these people to know that these politicians, they don't care about them. They will use them and dump them. Like Reza's life is like a complete depiction of the relationship dynamic between politicians and their thugs, and how everything is just messed up. And honestly, politicians are the scum of the earth. So yeah. So for Binta, I already talked a bit about her, and now I'm just going to go into I'm just going to continue from where I stopped and just talk about some things I really didn't like about it, things that stood out to me in this book, things I didn't like, things I liked, just all that. So Binta, there was a lot of slut shaming in this book on Binta, especially when they found out that the whole community, people in her community started finding out that Binta and Reza were in a relationship. A lot of the women especially slut shames her. There's a part where she enters the mosque or a gathering, and then people started spitting on the floor, calling her dirty, which was just somehow, because it was like, who are you to judge? You've probably done what's behind, and even if you've not done what's wrong? She's a consenting adult, and so is it. They should leave them alone. Why is everybody trying to form holier than thou here? I did not get it, and it was just sad to see. Even the children started giving her one kind look, one kind vibe. Everybody was just somehow after this. They just normally, if you see her, cause she's an Hajia, and I actually don't know, but I want to believe that this is like a really respected title for like, a respected somebody of the society. And it's like the way they started, it was just shout one kind, and that was kind of sad. And also there's this other man that I did not really like in this book, Malam Haruna, and he's this character that wanted to marry Binta. Like, he was trying to chasing her, courting her to get married to her. I think his third wife or something. In fact, let's just leave that third wife alone, because bro, you already have two wives. What do you need her for? You're not go and look for how you will love your two wives. You're coming here to come and add number three. But that's not really the issue. My issue was that this man was so sexist and just misogynistic, because at one point, just because Binta from day one, she was not interested in the relationship or whatever it was the man was trying to form, and I think she made herself really clear. And then at some point, wow, this is a spoiler, but I need to give it. But yeah, he discovers Binta's secret. I'm sorry, this is a spoiler video, deal with it. And he discovers that Binta and what's his name, Reza, were in a relationship, and then he tries to demand that Binta sleep with him just because he knew her secret and he knew what she was doing with her life. And it was just like, bro, who are you? Just because you like her does not mean you automatically can say, oh, you must sleep with me too. And it was just, I did not like the man, Sha. And then also the Pfizer's illness, mental illness, her PTSD, maybe. Yes, PTSD. The way it was handled by some of the characters was left a lot. Like, it made my heart squeeze, because the way they treated her, like, it's not even days. A particular person, Hureria, I can't pronounce her name, but that's Pfizer's auntie, Binta's second last child, I think. So Hureria discovers that what's her name? Pfizer had nightmares, and she woke up screaming every night. And then the first thing that came to this woman's mind was that, oh, this girl has been possessed. This one that one possessed. Has an evil spirit in her. And I'm like, sis. And at one point, I think they wanted to take her for spiritual cleansing or something like that involved flogging the spirit out of her or something. I'm not sure. I might be confusing this with something else, but yeah, it was something along that line. And it was just kind of sad, because I was really legit scared for this girl. I thought they were going to do some like really terrible things and just add to her scars, and that just really constricted my heart, because it was like, no, this is not what you're supposed to do with this type of person. This is not how to handle the situation. And actually, I was angry, but at the same time, I was like, actually, yeah, this is actually how a lot of mental illness, Jesus. Oh my God, you're a bastard. Anyway, like, a lot of mental illness in Nigeria, this is how it is handled. Like, once people, they are not, because Nigeria is a very religious society, country, occupation, I don't know what to call it, but we're very religious in Nigeria. And so when things like this occur, everybody just, oh, it's a spiritual attack, oh, it's a spiritual this, oh, it's a spiritual that. I was like, no, this is not how to handle this type of situation. And yeah, that was just something else for me. I discovered a lot in this book. Like, there was just so much, like a lot of issues were raised, and I was like, actually, I can't even defend, because actually this is how what goes on. It was just sad to see. So this will be the last segment of the video. I'm just going to talk about something I really liked in this book. This was like one of my favorite parts of this whole book. Okay, there are two, but yeah, let's just go into it. So one of my favorite parts of this book, wow, this is a spoiler, should I do this? Yes. So there was this part where Binta's generator was stolen, and then her daughters were with her, and they were like, oh my God, we should call the police, we should do this. And she was like, give me my phone. And then she called Reza, and she's like, and then by the end of the day, the whole issue was resolved. And I was like, what? If this is not love, what is? It was just everything for me, and yeah. And also their banter was good. There was this part where they were in a hotel together and they were talking about flowers or something like that, and then from nowhere this Reza of a person just, he goes off into like a whole monologue, and he's like, we are like clothes, you understand? We get rumpled and creased and torn, sometimes irreparably. Some of us are stitched up, patched up, others are discarded. Some clothes are fortunate, others are not. They are born into misfortune and ink spills on them and whatnot. You understand? And then what's her name? Binta was just like, Haruna Reza, you're high. Yeah, it doesn't sound as funny, yeah, but yeah, it was kind of funny to me at that moment. I was like, oh my god, cute. Yeah. So we've come to the end of this video, and thank you for watching with me so far. I know this was very spoilery. I tried to make it as not spoilery as possible, but as you can tell, I'm really bad at that. But thank you for watching anyway. See you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Bye.